out for a run this morning. Just wanted to give myself a day off before Sunday, because Sunday I like to do a longer run, so I'll do that. Spent some time last night getting things organized so that I can start tracking stuff. Doing all the recuts for the live show and for some TV performances. Yeah, today we're gonna be actually tracking some stuff as a band for some TV stuff and then getting into the set, so exciting. It's also Saturday and I've got a little surprise for myself, I guess. Got another guitar coming in, so I'm excited to see that today. Also, working on the man bun, trying to make it 2015 again. All right, here. Just finished tracking for CMT awards. I suffer from red light syndrome so bad. Honestly, in practice time, like, it's rough when I get in my head and we're recording, especially when it's new songs that I haven't really felt comfortable getting underneath my fingers. So that's the nature of the biz. Luckily we did 2 takes, so I'm able to comp a little bit. Sometimes you don't feel good about playing guitar. Okay, getting back from lunch. I had noodles for lunch. I love my noodles. I love to noodle on the guitar and with noodles. Saturday here, and here's my new custom shop. I'm really lucky. My friend in my guitar tech, Kyle, has a business where he flips guitars, custom shops and vintage guitars and all that kind of stuff. He was able to take a little bit of money that I gave him and start flipping guitars and flip them up and flip them up and flip them up, you know, that sort of thing. And he was able to get me to this beautiful, it's a 56 Relic, I believe that's what it is. It's a sexy looking guitar. Really excited for it. It's a little bit chunkier neck. I don't know, it's kind of hard to tell. I'm a big fan of thin necks. Doesn't really matter how wide they are, like this way and this way. It's a little bit chunkier for me, so I'll have to get used to how that feels. Pickups sound really cool. I'm excited to play it in the show. It's a lot of fun. Sometimes you need to shake things up, sometimes you need to step things up, and sometimes you just need to have some fun with your instruments. So yeah, excited to have this guitar. Saturday rehearsal done. Medley's done, recording's done, comped one thing which was wrong and made it right, so that's good. Honesty in practice, right? Now just waiting to head back to the hotel. Got some things to do tomorrow, got some re-recording to do, got some website stuff to do. Other than that, just enjoying looking at my guitars right now. Ooh. Got my Yamaha Lawsuit model Studio Lords, got my new Telly, got my old parts caster. I'll do a better run through later. And of course, the new guy. Woo. Woo. All right, it's Saturday night in Nashville. I am starting to recut guitar parts and trying to tone match. I think I mentioned to you before, I went through and figured out tones for all these tunes, and now I'm going back and diving in for all the extra parts. I figured out the tones for the parts I'm playing. Now I'm going in and digging in and figuring out tones for the other parts and trying to tone match as close as possible. And then, as you can see, there's this Dan E guitar stem, and then there's this Dan E guitar stem Nate recut. And I've been working on this for about 30 minutes. I finally realized what I was doing. The part that I'm recording right now, it sounds like a Telly to me, so I've got my Pacifica Telly here. But it's slightly overdriven, but there's a scoop in the mids. And at first I was trying to use a Marshall on the Helix, and it was close, but it wasn't there. And last year I had coffee with Derek Wells, who plays on a lot of TR's tracks, and he was saying that he uses a creamback speaker in his cab when they record. I was thinking like maybe Dan uses something like that as well. So trying one of my my favorite IRs, it's the York Audio Creamback 65 Creamback pack. It sounds like modern country to me in a lot of ways. Using that, still keep with that kind of scooped British sound. So I'm using, like I said, York Audio 212 M65 Mix 05. I don't know which mics are on that mix, but it seems to be work. It's a little bit brighter, and that's good. And then the amp, it's British flavored, the Essex 830. I seem to be using that combo a lot this year so far. The Creamback and the Essex, and you can see there's a few things going, not a whole lot. I turned up the sag a bit, not a whole lot different from stock. It takes time to get these things happening. Like that's one track out of, let me count here, there's probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 guitar tracks I have to do in the song. Tonight I wasn't supposed to do anything. I was just gonna chill, and I am just gonna chill. I'll give this another 2 minutes, and then I'll start fresh in the morning. You should check out the gear that I'm doing here, okay? All right, yeah, I got my 102 Pacifica T guitar with MJS custom pickups. Love those pickups, they sounded great. Tried some MJS pickups, I was like, oh, there's the country sound, and I was really happy with that. And then my pedal board, this is kind of like I think I mentioned my power acoustic board. This is probably gonna go away this year from the road. It's probably just gonna go home and be one of my boards at home. But I got my Ego comp into the phaser up front, into one of my favorite overdrive pedals ever, Cascade pedals, distortion, it's dope, into a Wampler Bell overdrive. And then initially I had the Wampler DB Plus here as a level boost. The HX Stomp the amp is the last thing in line, so when I turn this on, it wouldn't really get louder, it would just gain up. And usually I would stack these two guys and then try to get a level boost, and it wasn't really happening. But then I found actually this pedal, these two guys combined, the distortion into and using the DB Plus as another level of distortion or whatever, it's like a really nice tone when I was going into a couple matchless presets, or just the Wampler into the D, and then the DB Plus, that's another really nice thing. But yeah, those guys go into there. The tuner is sitting here, but it's actually in the loop of the Dunlop volume pedal. Got that, so it goes from here into here, this goes out to here, and then this goes out to the HX Effects. Had an M9 on my board for ever. I think I got an M9 around 2013 or 2014, but it was time to retire it. My friends at Line 6 sent this out to me to throw on the board, and it's great. This is the way I sort of think this board is. This is the board, and then the Stomp is just the amp. Now there is, for right now, for recording, it's everything. Most of the times I'm just thinking of it in my imagination, it's just the backline amp. So if all this stuff went down, I could still use this. Or if this goes down, I could still use all of these going into backline amp at a festival. That's the way I sort of think about it, but it's also like a really wicked recording tool that I'm using. And then actually, I'm going for right now, because I'm using the Stomp and I'm trying to get the tones on the Stomp, I'm using the Stomp as the interface going right into Logic. That's the setup I've got going on, and that is the setup I'm going to use to recut these 7 or so songs I have to do this week. Lots of fun, lots of good times. Rehearsal was good this week. I'm happy I've been really consistent with this, you know, just some off the cuff, just showing you what I've been doing. I know it's been a lot in here, and it's been kind of like just in between actually making music. Hopefully you've enjoyed the first week of rehearsals, and I think I'm gonna shut it down now and go watch a movie. We'll see you next time.